ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ। ਅੱਜ ਸਰਸੰਗਮ ਦੇ ਰੇਡੀਓ ਬਹੁਤ ਦੋ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਗੈਸਟ ਆਏ ਆ, ਦੋ ਸਰਜ ਦੇ ਖੇਡਦੇ ਆ। So ਅੱਜ ਆਪਾਂ welcome ਕਰਦਾ Calgary Surge, ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੈਗਾ Callum, welcome to the show Callum.
Hi.
And in the middle we have Olo. What we want to do is, first of all, I want to say congratulations on your win last night.
Thank you very much.
As I was going to more detail on you guys, what surprised me, you guys are both from Calgary.
Yeah, yes sir.
So let's start with you, Callum. What school did you go to in Calgary?
So I started at Sir Winston Churchill High School. I was only there for 1 year for 10th grade, and then I went on to Edge Prep, just outside of the city. Played there for grade 11, 12 in my post-grad year. After that, I went and played Division I at the University of Maryland and then Old Dominion University.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
I know you went to school here too.
Yeah, I went to Bishop O'Brien for all 3 of my years, and then just like Callum, I went Division I. I went to Ohio University for my freshman and sophomore year. Then I went to Winona State, which is a D2. Then I went back to D1 to Niagara for my final year in college.
When you guys went to school, did you guys deal with any bullying? Because that's one of the biggest topics we noticed with a lot of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you did, you see anyone else getting bullied? What did you guys do? So we just want to have an idea, because that way we can understand sports is not just on the court,
Mm-hmm.
it's also outside the court too. So maybe share a little bit of experience. We'll go with you, Helen.
Yeah, so like there's always, in my experience in basketball especially, there's always going to be a little, talking back and forth and a little, picking on the younger guys sometimes. They didn't do a lot of hazing at all the schools I went to, but I know it's a thing that happens, and it's in the world that we live in today, there's not really space for that kind of thing, and I think everyone should be accepting of each other and happy to play the game that we love, and find joy in that instead of putting other people down to make yourself feel better.
How about yourself? What about yourself?
I never personally experienced any type of bullying that I can remember, but one of my best friends, our friendship actually was born from him being bullied, and we was in grade 10, and it was really just including him into our group. He didn't really play sports, but just him being around us, I think people just kind of laid off him because he was, I guess, with us, and just, I guess, including people really allows him to kind of alleviate any type of bullying that people may want to put on them. So I think inclusion is kind of a big thing that kind of takes away any type of bullying.
As you guys went to school, how important was your education?
Very important. I think I've learned a lot. We're student athletes, at least we were, and the student always comes first.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be able to play in university, you're not going to be able to play on your high school team if you don't have good grades. And, it opens so many more doors for you if you handle your business academically as well as on the court.
What about yourself?
For me, growing up in my Nigerian household, education was first thing. My parents didn't really care about basketball too much until obviously it started getting better, but it was always education, because that's always going to last. The basketball's going to start bouncing eventually, and being able to go to school without having to worry about debt and be able to get a free scholarship and get a degree is just honestly a blessing. So really, really important.
I notice there's a very big basketball community here.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things I'm noticing is basketball is very big. And I want to ask is, when did your guys' passion start to play basketball, and how old were you guys?
For me, I think around the 8th grade is when, I always played, pickup basketball and played outside with my friends growing up, but I think around 8th grade, I started taking it seriously. I knew that if I put in the work and I put in the right amount of time, I could, really make something out of it, and yeah.
And yourself?
For me, it was really grade 9. It was like my first year actually playing club basketball. I was playing like community, but I didn't really take it. It was just kind of something fun to do. But when I was like 15, 14, that's when I really took it serious. And I feel like once I saw the results of that, I was like, might as well keep it going. And now I'm here. So.
That's one of the things that we want to encourage, is how athletes could go from amateur to pro. And that dream, especially with you guys being Calgary, it's not that far. And especially look at the Surge.
Yeah.
They have some Calgary students who went to school here. One of the messages I also want to give is they look at how hey both Calgary batch school gay how looking at the university job in the school batch both more important hai education and student athlete both important. As we're speaking, and one of the things is family. How big is family to you guys outside the court and on the court? Okay, let me go first.
Family drives everything. I wouldn't be here today without, the people who supported me growing up. And it's, my personal goal to be able to put myself in a position to take care of them. So they got me to where I need to be, and now it's my turn to give back.
Support system that I needed. I feel like basketball is not an easy sport to navigate through in terms of the highs and the lows, but having someone that's always there, whether it be my mom, my brother, my dad, my sister, like seeing them always there for me was just like, it really made it hard to give up because they didn't give up on me, so how could I give up on myself? So I think family is just really key, and I, like Callum said, I really can't say I would have been here without them. So,
because you kind of look at it, basketball, you don't need much equipment. Hockey, you need a lot of equipment. Football, you need a lot of equipment. You need a basketball, and you need shoes, right? So that's what I feel. A lot of the people just. It's another way. Do you guys feel? It's another way for young men to release their anger a little bit sometimes. Well, what do you guys thought on that?
Yeah, I think sports is a great outlet for that kind of energy. Obviously, as young men, like we have a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions to deal with, especially with how chaotic the modern world is. And I think, like I had a coach when I was in the 9th grade playing for Team Alberta who taught me that the basketball court should always be your Zen garden. It's an escape from everything else. It's separate from the rest of your life. So I think as growing boys and young men, like having that outlet in sports is very important.
What about yourself?
Yeah, I think just to kind of piggyback off, Callum is really a great outlet. I think there's a lot of things you can be doing, or I've seen like my friends when they stop playing basketball, where they put that energy towards, and it's sometimes not always a positive thing, and being able to have that positive outlet in basketball where you're able to meet others, meet other people, and just play a sport just really makes life easier, honestly, like a positive outlet. So yeah.
What is one thing in how you guys give back to the basketball community or just the community itself?
In recent years, I've been working with a few of my former teammates from Edge to build TOK, a brand transfer of knowledge, to help take that next step in growing Calgary basketball and, really pushing to the next generation that it is something, everyone wants to play hockey here, and giving kids the opportunity to see basketball and see guys who have played at a high level who have come from where they come from. So I think that is the next step for us and giving back to the community.
Appreciate that. What about you?
For me, I go to Rise is one of the clubs here, and they have like a really great facility over there and a lot of kids, and I go there literally just to train usually, but the kids always see me, I'm able to train them, talk to them, really just meet them where they're at. Like I always tell them, like I wish I had what they had when we were growing up. When we was growing up, they didn't have no shooting machines, no facilities like that, but just letting them know like they're really fortunate where they're at, and however I can help them get past me, not even just get where I'm at, but better than I'm at. I just try my best to give them the information I can.
Now you guys had the game yesterday, so I want to say congratulations. So, as an athlete's mindset, what are you guys going through right now? Because I know, for example, athletes know how to turn a negative into a positive. Right? Let's go with you first.
We had a very slow start to the season. We didn't come out the gate how we wanted to, but we've gotten hot in the last few games, and I think the mindset shift, our coach talks about it a lot, is just being together as a group, and relying on your teammates and trusting your teammates to, put you in positions and to put each other in positions to be successful. I think that's been the mindset shift that we've had, and, we're not carrying negativity from game to game anymore. It's just on to the next, and going to work every day to get the job done.
Nice. How about yourself?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that kind of you can see the difference of when we're losing, we're winning, is how together we are. And I think it's easy when things are going bad to be like, oh, I need to do this, I need to figure this out. But I think a lot of times we're saying, how can we figure that out? And as teammates, I think finding each other and knowing each other better for the best interest of the team and not just what is best for the individual. I think that mindset has allowed us to put us in a position to make a good run at the end of the season. So
one thing I've noticed is being a coach, I've coached football for a long, and I also played football. And I understanding basketball, the importance of it. One of the things I realize is when you're coaching amateur sports, when a team is down 30-0, they give up. But one thing I noticed is at a professional level, the comeback is phenomenal. And that's the mental toughness that a lot of the amateur athletes are leading towards you guys, right? Because in any sport, you play to the final whistle.
Yeah.
So, Caleb, I'll start with you. What message do you want to leave with the audience today?
I would just say, whatever your sport is, whatever you enjoy doing, do it to the best of your ability. Do it as hard as you can. I don't believe in half efforts, so whatever it is that is your passion, do it to 100%, so you have no doubt in your mind that you can make it.
Hello, what's your message to the audience today?
I'll say finding identity in things outside of just basketball, whatever sport you play, I think it's kind of easy to get warped in, oh, I'm a basketball player, I'm a football player, I'm a hockey player, and I think when you experience those lows, it makes you question your identity. But when you're just rooted in, like I said, your family, your support system, and even just playing a game for joy, I think it allows you to navigate through negative and positive situations and just remain steady. So I think just find identity in things outside of your sport, just things that really matter, and follow past dribbling a basketball or kicking a soccer ball.
Good. So, hey, Canada, there is sports Canada, just basketball, Canada, sometimes soccer becoming one of some football becoming one of the most important is versatile sports. Most important is we need to teach our youth to play versatile sports because you just don't know what's going to resonate with them. So I want to say thank you for Caleb for being on our show today.
Thank you for having me.
Olo, thank you for being on the show. And we're going to cheer you guys on. It's not over till the final whistle, guys.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.